Greetings and welcome back to another time-sticking YouTube video. My name's Jake, and today we're going to be talking about China's watchmaking industry. So stick with us through this intro, and we're going to learn about what made in China can really mean. Now, not long ago, we here at Times Ticking had the pleasure of working on a pocket watch that had made its way here all the way from China. This watch had come to us through time all the way back from the 19th century, handed down through a family after it was traded for a beer at a railway stop, if you can believe it. It was considered a rare piece because China never truly had their own watch industry until quite recently, the middle of the 20th century to be more precise. With an industry of primarily imports when it came to Chinese ownership of watches, not very many Chinese watchmakers, if any existed, had the reach to kickstart a viable industry. Eventually this would change at the dawn of the Cold War. With an industry that started by bringing in watches from Switzerland, the Chinese government would eventually commission Chinese-made watches. Though China is often more well known for manufacturing inexpensive quartz watch movements today, their own watchmaking prowess is taking hold across China and around the globe. Now, a key time in China's history with Western-style horology started in the 19th century. This was due to Swiss influence. One of the first ones to break into the market was Bovet, which began exporting watches to China in the 1820s. Bovet went on to make customized watches for the likes of rich landowners and even China's emperor in 1855. Global conflict following the 19th century, including a civil war and multiple wars with Japan, kept China from realizing their own watch industry. That being said, China was still importing European materials and re-exporting them to various parts of the world. This trend in business would be the roots of their own watchmaking labors. Post-World War II, China's fourth five-year plan proposed a Chinese watchmaking industry. Initiatives were started by 1955 and would come to be successful within 2 years. Imported machining tools from Switzerland and Russia are attributed to the first successful Chinese movements. Two major factories that took over watch production for the Chinese government were the Tianjin factory and the Liaoning factory. I apologize for any mispronunciations. Though these two factories were standouts for standardizing Chinese movements, there were 8 factories total when China began its watchmaking endeavors. From 1955 to 1965, as China tried to standardize its movements, their watches started out more like exact replicas of Swiss and Russian watches. It was in 1965 that Tianjin factory designed China's first truly original movement. It was known as the ST5 movement. Fast forward to the 1970s and a Chinese standard movement known as the Tongji, or Unified, was built. Trying to consolidate the various factories was an effort by the Chinese government to refine Chinese watchmaking. It took the better half of the 1970s to realize the standard movement. By then, the rest of the world was moving toward quartz watchmaking. Quartz watchmaking nearly killed off the budding Chinese watchmaking industry because all of China's watches were mechanical at the time. Everything was pretty much entirely crushed by the mid-1990s. Exporting watch movements kept things thriving though. As China opened its economy to more and more countries and began creating a massive export industry, their own watchmakers would start to receive praise. New millennium markets would continually bolster China's exports industry. After making their way through the quartz crisis in their own way, China's been making waves with their original watch movements. As of the recording of today's video, approximately 80% of global watch production comes out of China. A lot of what they export is a re-export, which makes up a majority of their horological business. In fact, nearly half of Japanese branded watches are now manufactured in China. It seems having an inexpensive cost for exports is giving even the Swiss a run for their money. Watch company Tianjin, started in 1957, is getting recognition from the greater horological community for its tourbillon watch efforts. Their Seagull brand watches didn't really emerge abroad until the 1990s, but that particular brand tends to be the standout with watch connoisseurs. Another original is the Liaoning watch factory and their Peacock watches. These two giants have the biggest influence on original Chinese watchmaking to date. With China sitting as the #2 country in original watchmaking, in terms of both volume and sales, it'll be fascinating to see their still budding watch industry's effect on global watchmaking. Many of their top mechanicals are viewed as competitive with Swiss-built pieces. Time will tell us who the victor will be in excellence as the 21st century moves forward. With such a new industry, Chinese watchmaking is fascinating, especially their original mechanical movements, which emerged out of the 1950s. Do you know anybody who owns one of these? Do you own a Chinese watch? Do you just have one that says made in China? Let us know about your timepiece in the comments below, and hopefully I didn't butcher Chinese too bad today.
Hello, and thanks for watching our YouTube video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and you can find similar videos right here. For more new and interesting content from Time Sticking on our channel, please subscribe at the link here. And for more information about wristwatch repair and watch maintenance generally, you can find us at timesticking.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.